Hello and welcome to another Tunisian crochet tutorial. So today we are going to be looking at Tunisian crochet cables and some of the steps that might be a little bit more difficult to grasp when you are working Tunisian crochet cables. So let's dive right in. So we are going to be looking at how to work the first row after you work Tunisian crochet cable. So here I've got the sample that I worked on for the Kezaya headband, and this was also part of the Kezaya shawl. So we've got some simple cables where you're just swapping the stitches, Tunisian knit stitches over Tunisian knit stitches, and then you've got some of the more difficult parts where you are moving the cable to the left or right. So these are called traveling cables, and these are worked you are working Tunisian knit stitches and Tunisian purl stitches over each other. So that's what I'm going to be showing you now. So we've done the cable, so this is the first row after the cable. So as you can, first this row starts with Tunisian purl stitches. So we're just going to work Tunisian purl stitches, and this is just a space around the cable. So now we come to the cable, so you can see that you've got the Tunisian knit stitches on the top, and behind there you've got Tunisian purl stitches. So you know the purl stitches are traveling from the right side. So in the row below they were on the right side, and now they came on the left side. So we work Tunisian knit stitches first because these are on the top. So where you swap the order of the stitches, now you're starting with the Tunisian knit stitches. And again, you are looking for the space between the front and back vertical bars. So it might be a little bit harder to see at the beginning because the stitch is not sitting nicely vertically. It's kind of angled now, but it's the same principle. So you look for the stitch. So for example, this is the first stitch. You've got the front and the back vertical bar, and you need to go in between these to the back, yarn over, pull up a loop. Okay, and the next one, so this is the next stitch. So we are going to do that one. Now this one might be the trickiest to work because it's already crossing over the stitches behind. So you want to make sure, so what I do is I separate the stitches with my fingers like so. So I isolate the stitch, work the stitch, making sure I'm not going over any other loops into the next stitch or picking up any loops anywhere else. So this is how it looks now. And now these are the Tunisian purl stitches. These were kind of squeezed behind the fabric. So again, I separate them, bring them to the side. I isolate the stitch and work Tunisian purl stitch like so. And then the next one. So before you get used to it and you work a few repetitions of the basic pattern, you might need to really slow down on the first row after the cable, just to make sure that you have the right number of stitches. Now the troubleshooting here is that if that doesn't look quite right, you might have picked up an extra loop or missed a stitch, or you didn't follow the order of the stitches as they are for this row, but you still work them as in the row below. So the easiest way to do when you spot a mistake is just take your hook out to the first stitch of the row or of the round if you're working in the round, and just pull the stitches back. That's the easiest way how to fix your mistakes. So now let's move on to the next part of the cable. So here we've got Tunisian purl stitches here at the back, Tunisian knit stitches going over the purl stitches. So again, there's quite lots of strands of yarn, lots of loops that are sitting on top of each other. So again, we are going to go very slow, isolating the stitches, go into the next stitch as for Tunisian purl, and then isolate the next stitch. And then we've got the Tunisian knit stitches. We've got 1, 2, 3 of those. Again, make sure that you are working in between the front and back vertical bars. Go in there, yarn over, pull up a loop, the next one, and the next one, like so. We've got 3 Tunisian knit stitches. So again, I like to separate them and isolate them so I know where the correct bars are. like so, and then this. So basically what we are doing is we are maintaining the type of the stitches. So we are working Tunisian purl stitches into Tunisian purl stitches, and we are working Tunisian knit stitches into Tunisian knit stitches. So the tricky part is to make sure that we now maintain the order of the stitches as it was in the cabled row, as it was re-established in the cabled row. Okay, and we're getting to the end, so we've got these last 2 purl stitches, and as you can see they're kind of shortened. So again, I adjust the size of the stitches to make sure, isolate the correct strands of yarn, and work this. And then we've got 2 Tunisian purl stitches right at the end, so we do 2 Tunisian purl stitches, and we've got an end stitch, and then work standard return pass. So this standard return pass is not as hard as the one that is right after you work the cable row, or the forward pass of the cable row. So that's what we're going to be looking at next, how to make sure that you work the return pass for the cable row correctly, not losing stitches and not adding loops. Welcome back. So I've just done another row of cables, and now we're going to be looking at how to do the return pass, so how to work the loops off that are on the hook. So at the beginning we just do yarn over pull through 1, yarn over pull through 2, so we are maintaining the standard return pass. So these are fairly easy stitches, they were Tunisian purl stitches. Now we are coming to the cable. So now this is where we need to pay a little bit more attention when we yarn over and pull through 2, because as you can see, the stitches are all squashed together, so we need to make sure that we just work that 1 loop at a time. It's kind of chipping away on those stitches that are crossed over. So yarn over, pull through 2. Okay, so 1 is the loop that is closer to the tip of the hook, so that's fairly easy, but the next one might be a bit tricky. So again, when you work the return pass, especially the first few cable rows, just slow down, just pay attention how the stitches sit next to each other and the way you need to work them off. Okay, so these are Tunisian purl stitches, fairly easy. And then we are going to go on to the next one. So again, the stitches are very close together, so we just need to make sure we yarn over pull through 2, or you can also isolate them, similarly as working the first row after the cables, where you isolate the stitches to make sure you see the loops very clearly. Just isolate your stitches. You see this is the one that you need to work off, so separate them with your fingers like so, to make it easier for yourself. Now this is of course just at the beginning. Once you do few repeats of the basic stitch pattern, your eyes can kind of get used to seeing where the stitches and the loops are, and it's going to become much easier and much faster for you. Okay, so the key is here just to practice. Okay, so and that's how you do the return pass on your cable row. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you found these 2 tricks how to work the cables useful. Please, if you have any more questions about the cables, do let me know in the comment section below, and I'll make another tips and tricks video. And of course, as always, I'll see you in the next one. So please share, like, and subscribe to be able to spread the Tunisian crochet love, so the algorithm shows the videos to more people, so we can all work together on a beautiful Tunisian crochet project. Thank you and have a great day. Bye.